y'all, it's TX Stampin' Sharin. Welcome to my Stampin' and Sharin with Sharin. It is Thursday night, August the 15th, and I am live at 7 o'clock p.m. Central. If you're watching the replay, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, you can comment below the video. I do want to say hello to those who have joined me live in the chat. I am going to give everyone a moment. Let me know if you can hear me, you can see me. I was having a little bit of technical issues with the internet a while ago. So you just never know. Inika says she can hear and see me. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was trying to get on and I'm like, what is happening? It just kept spinning. You know, that little, y'all know that spinning thing that the internet does to you. You're like, uh-oh. Anyway, I am so excited to share these 3 easy cards tonight. They are super easy. I want to know when I'm done if y'all think they're super easy. Okay, so you can let me know in the live chat or you can let me know on the replay as a comment below the video. I want to give some shout outs before we get started. Number 1, I want to give a shout out to my friend Michelle Batson. Michelle is my helper during these lives because I typically have my head down. I try to keep up with the chat because I have FOMO. But if I miss something, you can always do the @ sign and type Michelle Batson's name. Don't just type @ and then Michelle. You have to choose her. That way she can see your question or your message. The other shout outs that I want to give is to everyone in the live chat that has a Texas logo by their name. Some of them are different colors. I want to tell you guys what that means. That means that you all support my channel as a member of my channel. There is a fee of $4.99 a month. We just had, this week, we had our special class. I do a private class just for the members, and I absolutely loved this month's card class. So I hope you did too. Michelle Batson said she got her goodie package. Thank you for the lovely card. You're so welcome. I don't know why I didn't think about doing it that way before, Michelle. So anyway, we'll just do it that way from now on. Michelle Townsley said she was busy watching commercials. Did you not push skip? Anyway, if you are not a member of my channel and you want to be, you can join. If you look on the live chat, in the chat bar, there should be a button that says join or member or something like that. You can click there. If not, you can find the link on my YouTube channel. If you're on a mobile device, it's not easy to find. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. It's so hard. So anyway, I do want to welcome everyone. And Jeannie, thank you. I got let's see, congratulations and enjoy your retreat. As far as creative aid is, I bet it'll be even better. Yeah, I think so, Jeannie. I got a package in UPS came today. We always love it when the brown truck shows up with Stampin' Up! Orders. But today he showed up with a beautiful box that is my travel gift itinerary stuff for my $1 million retreat in Utah at the home office in September. So thank you. All right. I figured out, I don't know why it just hit me, but I figured out that I have an addiction. My addiction is to this collection. When I was cutting the paper for these cards, I was like, really? I am using this designer series paper again, but I'm using different colors. Does that count? If you all have not gotten any of these beautiful scenery designer series papers from Stampin' Up. Now I'm in the annual catalog, and I'm on page 47. But it is called Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. And the reason that I say I have an addiction is my August card class this month was using Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. Okay. And then, wait for it, my class for July used the same dang paper. So, if y'all haven't bought this paper by now, I am not a very good salesperson. And I'll tell you how it hit me. I am giving you guys let me back up. Let me move this out of the way. I have a free tutorial that is already on my blog in the tutorial store. Michelle, if you could grab the tutorial store link and put it in the chat. When you look at that link, you will see the last, and this is going to be a free one. Okay. There's no charge for this one. Lori says, thanks for naming my problem. I love the paper, and I love that paper and all the papers. Yeah, we have an addiction. It is what it is, Lori. It is what it is. So when you look at my tutorial store, you will see all three of these classes or instructions right beside each other. I was like, Inika, it is gorgeous. And that is why I can't leave it alone. Let me show you what I'm using tonight. We're going to be making these 3 cards. I've got my Stampin' Up marker that is Wild Wheat, and then I'm using one that is Pretty Peacock. I have Wild Wheat and Pretty Peacock stamp pads. There's the stamp set. I am using Memento ink, and I'm using a blender pen. So Janice says she just ordered this. Well, Janice, I have got some inspiration for you, my friend, using this paper. So what I think is so fun is that you can quickly make 3 cards using the same measurements, and they all look different. Lori says, glad to have more inspiration for using that paper. And you know what, Lori? I totally agree with that, because, sometimes, I don't know if this is y'all. Sometimes we see something, we buy it, we make that one thing, and then the supplies just sit there. Well, not if you buy this paper. It is not going to sit there. I have got some inspiration for you. Okay. Jeannie says she has not ordered the stamps and dies yet. And I have used the dies too, but the stamps, the paper, it's the paper. Okay. So here is one card. Womp, like that. Okay. Here's my second card. It's over here. Here's my third card. It's also on the right, but it's different. Let's get started making these different cards. I'm going to be making 3 cards, and we're using all of the same design, same measurements. Diane Schaefer, yes, you need to order more DSP. Let me just point out the fact that I have like 3 packs. I mean, I just opened up. This was my 3rd pack, and I just opened it up and stuck it in mine. Yeah, girl, you're going to need some more. Sorry. It's addicting. All right. So I have 3 pieces of basic white, and these measure. Don't forget, I have a free download for you in the tutorial store. You do not have to write anything down. 2 3/4 by 4 inches. I do have a tickle, and I am drinking my pineapple juice. So, Cindy Wagner, yes, ma'am, you're going to need to order some more. So to make my 3 cards, I have 6 pieces of the basic white. Then I have 3 pieces that measure 8.5 by 3 inches. There are 3 of those. Now, when you cut this paper, let me just point out something. This piece of paper is 8.5 by 11. It is out of stock. Mary Yates, it's not. Is it really? Okay, when you cut this paper, turn it this way, and you're going to cut 3 inches. You're going to do that 3 times, okay? Because this is now 8.5 by 3, okay? So it will use most of that paper, but that's the best way to get all of the use out of that piece of paper. Got it? Make sense? Okay, so we've got that. While I have this here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to score in the middle at 4 1/4 on all 3 pieces. Read my comment, Mary Yates. Oh, if it's out of stock. Sorry, Mary. I thought you said it was out of stock. I was like, it wasn't earlier when I checked. Yeah, it's because I bought it all. It's addicting, I'm telling you. Then I have 3 pieces that measure 5.5 by 4 1/4. That's it. Oh, well, that's not it. We need some designer series paper. So on my paper, let me get, and I have the measurements right here. My designer series paper, I need 3. No, it's in stock. Barry said if. I know. I was a little bit slow on that, Michelle. I missed her first word. So I need 3 pieces of designer series paper. No, to make 3 cards, I need 2 that are 2 3/4 by 4 inches. That is not right. I just need 1. Oh my gosh, y'all. If you've already downloaded that, because I know that some of you have, you just need 1 piece. I think that just copied over. So just 1 piece of designer series paper that is 2 3/4 by 4 inches. Womp womp. Man, as hard as I try. When I cut my paper, I decided that because I was using Pretty Peacock, I wanted these colors, more these colors than the blue. Make sense? So I'm going to cut my paper at 4 inches. And I need a piece that is 2 3/4. I need another piece that's 2 3/4. And then you kind of decide, do I want this part or this part? It really doesn't matter. 2 3/4. So now I have 2 of those. I need 1 more. So I'm going to cut this. And then I need 2 3/4 again. Okay. All right, let's make some cards. Hi, Ruth Ann. I'm so glad you're here. Your mom came home from rehab from having back surgery. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, we're glad you're here, and we hope that maybe you can have a few moments to just rest and watch us make 3 cards. All right. I'm going to use my paper because when we use the bone folder, sometimes we get a shiny mark on our cardstock when we're burnishing it. So I'm just going to put this right here. I made a wreath today for my neighbor, and I forgot to take a picture of it. So when she puts it on her door, I'm going to go over and take a picture of her door. I was like, dadgummit, I can't believe I did that. Okay, so we've got our 3 pieces. We've got our 3 pieces of designer series paper. Now let's bring in card number 1. Here is my 5.5 by 4 1/4. Here is my folded card. Okay, so we need one of those. We need a piece of designer series paper. Let's move all these off. And I need 2 pieces of basic wet. Okay, let's do our stamping first. Got all my stamps ready. Memento. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp using Pretty Peacock. So pretty. So pretty. Then I'm going to use, you know what? This paper has helped me fall in love with Wild Wheat because we were not friends when it first came out. But I love it now. Then I have to say that y'all, that should say y'all, make my life better. I enjoy doing what I do. I enjoy teaching y'all how to make cards. I enjoy inspiring you. And I just want to say thank you. Okay, let's get our pieces. First, we're going to add our, we'll call this the small card. Okay. I hesitated for a moment. Nope. First, we're going to add our basic white over here. There we go. Now we're going to add our card, and I am just butting it up against the edge, the top, and the bottom. And then for this card, we're just going to add our piece of designer series paper. Last, we are going to add some adhesive back pearls. This is the adhesive back pearl trio. Oh, I thought I'd already opened this. Let's just do this. This is a trick that I learned from a team member, and it helps not to fight that opening back there. And it seems that I didn't cut right. Okay. Hi, Ruth Ann Lewis. Welcome. So I'm going to grab a couple of these. These are just so pretty. We are making 3 cards using all the same measurements and items. Okay, so there is card number 1. All right, let's get our next one. I'm going to put you right here. Here is this one. We've got our card base. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the designer series paper. I just realized something. I probably, when I made this card, I cut the paper wrong. Oh, well. All right. Then we're going to add this card. You know, whenever you make cards, no 2 are the same. Are they? Nah, that would be boring. Okay. So there's that. Then, oh, you know what I forgot? On this card, I forgot to put a piece of basic white on the inside. We have to be able to write a note, right? There we go. Okay. So y'all follow me so far, the difference in the cards? All right, so we've got 2 pieces of basic white again. One is going to go on the inside. We'll go ahead and add that. And then we will do some stamping. Now, it's been a while since we have talked about Stampin' Write markers and how versatile they are. When you have red rubber stamps, now I don't like this technique on photopolymer, just saying. Red rubber stamps work the best. I don't want my flowers to be green and I don't want my greenery to be blue, okay? So I'm going to use the Stampin' Write markers. Yay, you guys are loving these simple cards. Thank you. These are water-based markers. We do not use alcohol-based markers on your stamps like I'm getting ready to do, okay? So we want our flowers to be pretty peacock. And these, excuse me, the water-based markers dry really quickly. It's fine. You can't color fast enough. Let's see, lay that one down. How many of y'all like this technique? Let me know in the chat if you like to color on your red rubber stamps. I think it's a fun technique that doesn't get used as much anymore because there's so many that are photopolymer. And this technique just doesn't quite work the same on photopolymer. So you don't see it as much. Thank you, Margarita. She is loving these cards. They're super easy. And if you guys make them, I would love for you to post them on social media and do the hashtag TX Stampin' and see if I can find them. So as I mentioned, the water-based markers dry very quickly. So what you want to do is little hot air. I did not blow on them. I used hot air. Okay. So now we have perfect blue flowers, green grass or wild wheat. Okay. So let's get our wild wheat stamp pad back out. Roxanne, you have never colored on your stamps? Girl, you don't know what you've been missing. Now you will though, huh? You're like, oh yeah, I'm going to so do that. It is a fun technique. It is probably one of the first techniques that I learned 27 years ago. All right, so we need our memento for our greeting. Thinking of you fondly. Okay. I kind of stamped a little bit higher, so I'll just put, I'll fix it. Okay, so now we're going to add this to our card front. So as you can see, some of the cards have designer series paper on the front. Some of it, on the little card, some of it have it on the big card. All right, let's get our embellishments back out. And we're just going to put some embellishments up here since I have more white space. There we go. Kathy colors on her stamps. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you because it is fun to do. And especially, like I said, you don't want your flowers to be green. You don't want your stems to be blue, you know. Okay, there is easy card number 2. Okay, now we have this one. Get our pieces back out. Remember, all the same pieces that we're using. We are going to put the, Tammy, the photopolymer, I don't know why the markers don't work as well. You can try it. They don't work as well. Let's just put it that way. It depends on the image. Like if it's a bold or an outline image, and it depends on how thin that outline image is. So give it a try and see what y'all think. Okay, so now I'm going to add my designer series paper. We're going to add our little card. Okay, and let's do some stamping. Now this one, I want to use my blender pens. These come 3 in a pack. Enika Colors on her stamps. Hubby gifted me the big box of Stampin' Right markers before she joined. Yeah, and having the markers is a great idea when you can't afford all the stamp pads, because you can use the markers for so many reasons. All right, so the blender pens, they come 3 in a pack. They are dual tipped, okay? I'm going to get my stamp. And it's kind of a big stamp, so I honestly was going to record tonight's class because of my raspy throat. So I hope that it's not annoying. I hope I'm not clearing my voice too much. All right, so we're just going to stamp on here. I may have stamped a little too high. We'll see. I did, but that's okay. And then what I want to do, while it's still wet, I want to blend my ink and kind of give it a second color inside the leaves. I love the blender pens for this purpose. It's almost like I have a lighter version of Pretty Peacock. Now, when you're done using the blender pens, you want to clean that tip, and that tip will recover. It may be stained, but it will be fine the next time you use it. If I was going to be coloring another image, I would flip and color and use the other, like another color. Like if I was going to be using wild wheat on here, I would flip the blender pen and use the other end. So Ruth Ann, I love all your work. You have great ideas. How sweet of you. I'm so glad. I hope that I am inspiring y'all. I really hope that when I'm showing you something, you're like, oh, light bulbs go off and you go, oh, I could do that too. Enika says, that's another technique I really love. I do too. I do too. So see the softness of the Pretty Peacock? It's very pretty. Pretty Peacock is very pretty. All right, so I think I did stamp too high up, but we'll see. So this one says, dearest friend. Yeah, dearest friend. Excuse me. So when you make this card, if you're going to make it like mine, you might want to scoot it down because it says, I appreciate you here. I'm just going to stick that on the inside. We'll just put it, we'll put it on this one. Okay, I'm going to get my wild wheat back out. I'm going to get this little splotchy stamp. Hello, Paula from Wyoming. And we're just going to give some more color to this layer. And I see that I must have had something on my hand. Shocker. Yep, black ink. So we can fix it with that little splotchy stamp. No problem. Mary Yates, you are the inspiration in my card making. I do not think you would have come watch every week. I am so glad, Mary. I am so glad that I inspire you. I am going to grab some hand sanitizer. If you're new to my channel, I do want to let you know that I have all kinds of tips that I share. Hand sanitizer will help get some of that residue ink off, so that when I keep touching my basic white cardstock, I'm not going to get messy cards again. Okay, so we're going to add this to the card front. Now these are very simple cards, and I think I see a question, and I will answer that as soon as I put this in. Whoops, got a little too carried away there with my adhesive. So the question that I see is, will these cards stand up? Yep, they do. They are simple cards. I honestly think you could change these up and do Christmas. We always need a lot of Christmas cards. The stamp set I'm using is Thoughtful Wishes. I said that I had an addiction to the entire Thoughtful Wishes collection because I have used it a lot lately. Let's add some embellishments to our card. Okay, let's bring them all out. Oh, there it is. I was like, wait, where'd it go? Okay. I did a lot of filler chatting and talking, but I made these cards in less than 30 minutes. So Cindy says, love that splotchy stamp. It is part of the thoughtful journey. Everything I used tonight was part of, there it is right there, of the Thoughtful Wishes, a journey. That's the designer series paper. Everything I used was in here. And this stamp set is a $1 Million Achiever, Lori Krause's stamp set. And I have obviously fallen in love with it. If you're joining or you joined late, I had my August class also used this same designer series paper. And I realized how much I have been using this paper because my July class also used the same paper. This was my fun fold class that I did. I thought this was a fun one. So yeah, I'm addicted to the paper. Just putting it out there. I'm addicted. So anyway, any questions from me? Let me know in the live chat. I want to thank y'all for joining me tonight. I will be back on Monday night with mystery stamping. I will not be doing a live next Thursday night. I'm hoping to have a video for you, so stay tuned for that. These are very nice, simple cards. Mary, you're correct. They are very nice, simple card. 3 easy cards using the same measurements, same supplies, and they all look different. Let's see. Delina says, I'm glad I caught you live making them. I'm so glad too. How do I get the directions from last night's class? Mary Mode, I didn't do a class last night. The directions for the, let's see, Mary, do you have, okay, Mary has the Texas logo by her name. So if you're talking about Tuesday night's class, if you are a member of my channel, you can look in the community tab or the membership tab and find the download for the Tuesday night class. If you are not a member and you want to be a member or you want the tutorial, y'all want to see the card we did? I can show you the card we did. I'll show you one of them. I gave away the other one today for my friend's birthday. You can join my channel, get this month's class and the previous month's class. This is like 4 or 5 months that we've been doing this. Let me grab. Let's see. Okay, I'll share with y'all. This is the card that inspired me to do the class this month. I received this card from a stamping friend for reaching my $1 million last August. And I kept looking at that card going, how'd she make it? How'd she make it? So I sat down and figured out how to make it. This was the first attempt. And I just love it. So fun. So fun. So it's an interlocking accordion fold card. Whoops. And then this is another one. And on this one, put it on the back to do the measurement, writing the message. So the one that I actually did during the class is the one that I gave away to my friend who got my wreath that I made today. And I burned the heck out of my hand. So I want y'all to appreciate tonight's class even more because I have a bad blister on my hand. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Cindy says, absolutely gorgeous cards with that entire suite. Love all the inspiration. I'm so glad. All right, y'all. That is it. This is a short night. I will see you guys on Monday for mystery stamping. Have a wonderful weekend. And let's see. Loving all these cards. Thank you, Kathy. I'm so glad. Okay. I don't see anything else, so I will let you go. Bye, y'all.